Al, how you been? It's every time we talk, it seems like we talk about weather first because you're back east, and I'm trying to stay out of the snow as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying too, man. It's not working with us. I'm doing good. Getting ready for another storm coming in. Hopefully, this is the last one. We're due for some nice weather for sure.
It doesn't seem to really bother you a lot of times, unless it's like a big, a big Sandy coming through or something like that. It doesn't seem to really bother you that much. They'll talk about big blizzards and big stuff, and I kind of stalk you a little bit on your social network, so I see like, oh, we're going to practice anyway. The big storm's coming, and we're still going to practice. Like you just don't. It doesn't bother you that much. Is that just because the your coaches and your teammates are like, Al, we don't care, get your ass in, or is it just one of those things that you're like, I could be the only one at the gym, but I'm still going to go work out?
Yeah, it's either sit at home and do nothing, or get some training. And no one's on the road, so we make the journey to the gym and get a good workout in, and that's it.
What's it been like trying to get ready for Masvidal? That's your next opponent coming up here on April 4th. It's a big fight. It's a big fight night. It's got a nice card coming together, and then this is a big fight for you. What has there been? What's different in this training camp than any other one? What have you done differently for this one?
To be honest with you, really not much. It's just me and Ray. We're doing the same stuff we always do. We're just progressing at a steady pace. And same thing over at Sarah's with my jiu-jitsu. I added maybe a little bit more wrestling. I think George has an underrated wrestling game, so I think this is going to be that'll be something at some point we'll be working in the wrestling game in the fight. So been working a lot of that stuff, a lot more defense than anything, but I think just business as usual, getting ready, getting better as a martial artist all over.
And that's what I'm glad you said that about your wrestling, because that's what I thought too about Masvidal. I think he has a very underrated wrestling game, and I was hoping that you're going to say we spend a little more time wrestling, because I do believe it's not going to be so much inside dirty boxing when you guys clinch up. It's going to be a lot more wrestling and tactical foot sweeps and trying to do some knee grabs and that kind of thing going on, just because of the way that he functions, the way that he competes. Has there been any talk about, obviously with Ray, it's we all make fun of the way he talks, we make fun of the way he corners. I mean, that's part of the gimmick, but he's a tremendously intelligent cornerman, an amazingly tremendous coach. Without giving too much away of your game plan, whatever, has there been talk about the combinations, the way that Masvidal throws his combinations? A lot of times he tends to wait. He throws a punch, waits a second, throws the rest of the combination. Then the next time he throws the combination, he throws the whole combination all at one time. So sometimes he has this stall pattern, but the combination doesn't change, just kind of how he throws it. Has there been a lot of talk about the defense and the throwback in the middle of those combos?
Definitely, and he definitely seems to, even more in his more recent fights, he's fighting in spurts. He'll come with an aggressive combination, and then he'll seem to almost just move around for a minute or so. So it's definitely something we're working on, and just staying in his face, defending anything he throws, countering, and making it work to our advantage.
Is it hard to deal with a guy? No, you know what? Better question. At least better question for me, because I'm interested. Do you think he's fighting that way because he's worried about his cardio? Before he would kind of fight aggressively the entire time. Now it's like he comes in a spurt and backs off. And when he backs off, he kind of sidesteps and maneuvers to a position where he's kind of taking a break. We all know within the round there's places to take breaks. He's kind of doing that. Do you think he's doing that spurt work now because he's worrying about his cardio?
Yeah, I think he could be saving some for the later rounds. It's just maybe also he's had a lot of fights. He's been in the game for a while. He could just be, maybe the motivation's not there to just kill, get after it. I think right now I'm hungry. I'm looking up. I'm not looking back. So I'm coming. I'm getting in everyone's face, and I'm making it a dogfight. And technically, I'm not just coming out there swinging, but one mistake and I'm on top of you.
And that's the thing that you have with youth, that you're able to do that. You're only 27, correct? Okay,
Yeah,
so you're still young within the game. You're still a young individual. Like you're a young man. You've got a lot of time left in this sport. In the beginning of everyone's career, it's kind of like they go hard. They have great technique, but they still go hard. They go heavy. They go, they try to push the pace the entire time to make it a pure dogfight. But it seems like to me, when I watch you compete, that even when you get older, it's still gonna be that same style. You're not one of those guys that's gonna adapt and slow down and have the back off. Do you find it sometimes hard when Longo or Sarah goes, look, you got to sit down for a second. You're almost going too hard today in practice. You've almost done too much during a week. Has that been happening to you lately?
You know, the last couple of fights, I've really, especially, you know, training with Ray, we're training definitely smarter. Just as hard, but definitely smarter. I would be training 7 days in a row sometimes, and you know, anything bothered me, I just push through it. Now, you know, if something's bothering me, I'll kind of, you know, it's the getting ready for the fight. It's not getting ready for the sparring session. I'm resting when I need rest. I'm taking at least one full day off where I'm not going to the gym, and you know, I just let my body heal, and I think that's a tremendous benefit to my training leading up to a fight.
What do you do for like your rehab, like on your days off? Because you're a guy, like you said, you like to be in the gym 7 days. Is that the day that you're not in the gym now? Is that the day for chiropractic, rehab, you know, massage kind of stuff? Yep,
I'll get a massage. I'll just kind of, you know, just hang out and just relax my body. It's, you know, no stress. The mind, too. I think I let my mind kind of relax. I'll do, my father, I don't know if you saw the countdown for the last show. We have this machine. It's called the Dynavision, and it trains your eye muscle, kind of. It's been used by, I think, Air Force, and you'd have to ask my dad. He can sell you on. He sold me on it. At first, I thought he was crazy, and I was like, oh, this is another gimmick thing. But once I started really getting into it, you know, it really trains your eye muscles and your hand-eye coordination and stuff. So I'll do that for like 10 minutes on my day off. I'll get a massage, and you know, that's the day. It's, you know, I'm still staying focused, but I'm not putting any wear and tear on my body or my mind.
Besides, because we're talking about taking breaks and having a day off in a week, but when you're not in training camp, you like to be in the gym. So if you know, what do you do when you're not in training camp? Well, I'm still at the gym. Like, what are you talking about? But what do you do for fun? Like, it's like, okay, look, I'm taking a whole day off today because I need it. My body's beat up a little bit. I'm not in training camp. I've got nothing going on. I'm not getting ready for anything. I'm going to go do what?
I picked up, so I live right by the beach. I'm 5 minutes from the beach. So I picked up surfing, and I've been, you know, especially last summer and right up until, like, you know, once it starts getting under like 50 degrees, 45 degrees, then, you know, the wetsuit starts to even get cold with the wetsuit. So I'll be in the water, you know, and then after this fight, I'll get right back in the water. I got a kayak, so I'm all about the ocean, and you know, it's especially on my day off, I'll go down there. It relaxes you.
Good.
In between training sessions, it's not, you know, unless the waves are crazy, it's not a huge stress on your body. So, you know, it's relaxing, and you know, it's definitely.
Hold on. In between training sessions, you'll go surf?
Oh yeah.
And you find that relaxing? Are you?
Oh, for sure, 100%. 100%.
No, I've tried. You know, I go to Hawaii a lot for work.
Yeah.
The month I just got back a week ago, and I tried. You know, we go surfing every time we're out there, and I'm on a mattress. I'm on a 12-foot board, like I'm on a big long board, and I'm walking up and down. I'm dicking off, and there's some kid comes out with like a little 3-foot board, and he's out there tracing around. I'm like, this is not relaxing. This is hard. It's hard work. Yeah,
I mean, when the waves get big, you can, you know, then you just gotta. It's rewarding. It's you're not thinking about the you know, your shoulders get tired and whatnot, but you know, you catch that wave and it's something else. So when here we don't get crazy waves. It's not that crazy on a regular basis. So I'll get out there and I'll just paddle around. Maybe, you know, 3-foot wave. You don't have to paddle too hard to get in. You know, just kind of playing around in the surf. It's good getting out there, especially when the sun's out and stuff. And then, you know, kayaking too. You can go at your own pace, just kind of cruise around, and it's, you know, it's active rest more than anything, you know.
So far to date, what's the highest wave you've been on?
Oh man, well, I went out. I forget which hurricane it was, but I'll always go out in the hurricanes. At the time, I was boogie boarding. I started just boogie boarding, but I had to, you know, I have the fins on and everything, and I'll go out and I think it was Hurricane Irene or something. It was probably like 15 foot wave, which is, you know, But in hurricane conditions, it has a lot of force behind it. So it was definitely scary. Just getting out was exhausting. Me and one of my buddies, we cruised down to the beach, and there was a million people on the shore just watching, taking pictures and stuff, and they were kind of amazed that people were even trying to get out because none of the surfers were getting out or anything. We made it out, and once we made it out, we realized there was no way coming back in, but catching a big wave. So I manned up, and I took like the smallest wave, and I made it back in. But it was definitely an eye-opening experience. It's kind of like a fight. You get out there and you realize you're at the mercy of something else. If you mess up, you're fucked, and there's no way around it. You make one move, you're in trouble, and in those situations, no one's coming to help you. I don't think.
I'm friends with Sonny Garcia, the pro surfer, and so I go watch him do like 20, 21 footers like all the time, no problem. And he's getting mad at himself because he's not the top level anymore. He's in his his late 40s. He's in his he's still surfing. He's still pro. I'm like, dude, you're nuts going up there. 15 feet is way beyond anything I've even like. It gets above 5 feet. I'm like, yeah, I'll stay here, and I'm gonna stay here on the beach. I'll see you guys later. It's too hectic. I can't believe you're out there on a 15-footer during hurricane conditions. It
was crazy. It was almost just as crazy just making it down to the beach. It was crazy winds, and it was torrential rain, and we made it down. It was an experience for sure. That's something that I enjoy doing. It's kind of something people don't get to do. I think a lot of people around here, there's a big storm coming, and they'll just stay in. And I'm like, oh man, I got to go out and explore and kind of check this thing out and get up close.
That's great. That's I gotta be honest with you, man. That's one of the best things I've heard from what fighters do when they're not fighting. Is you're obviously you're a gym rat, so you're still training. Yeah. Being out there in that kind of weather, being out there in that kind of wave system, like that's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's only once in a blue moon that happens. Yeah. It's usually flat, couple of foot waves, 2-3 feet waves, and you're just cruising around having fun. So it's
good for you.
It's definitely relaxing.
I like it. Well, thanks for coming on here with MMAOddsBreaker. I appreciate it, man. I know it was for a while. It was getting tough for me to get a hold of you. And now I hit you up right away. You come on right away. It's great. Like I appreciate that, man, because a lot of guys are late. A lot of guys forget, because fighters got training camps going on. I got stuff happening, but you're always right on time and ready to go, and I appreciate that.
You know it. You know it.
Tell the bowling ball I said hi.
Oh God.
See you, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later. Fine. Thank you.